Other side, but there it is. There's the CN Tower on this gorgeous day. This is called the Gardner we're on. It's up above some other roads and stuff that go underneath it. There's all sorts of new buildings coming up on the right. There's Lake Ontario out that way, and Toronto Island. And here are these new buildings. The dome is now covered. The dome just a year ago, half a year ago, you could see through there. That's now being covered by buildings. And this is Toronto on a beautiful June day.
Hey, we have Mr. Dan Zan here.
Why, hello!
What brings you here, Mr. Zan?
Well, we're doing a bit of a thing out in the hall. As people walk by, a little nerd sign follows their head. And then when somebody walks this way, a little nerd sign follows their head. And that's one of the things that has brought me here. If you walk slowly past, you will be called a nerd. Try it out. It's not the end of the world. It's just camera recognition. And then take a look. There he is. That's Gabe being called a nerd. Oh. So did you see it? As people walk, they get tagged a nerd.
I did see it. And it's the kind of piece that aesthetically so pleasing that you want to be tagged as a nerd.
Oh, of course, yes, that's right. It's all in the scheme of the night, I think, is to get us thinking nerdy again. So that we can build our own stuff and make our own things, right? So here we are. Oh, this is a left to right, so I'm gonna have to go this way around. There we go. There are the backs of some heads. And here's my guest. Hello.
Hi.
And here are all the people at the Canadian New Media Awards. Waving. The audacity. Oh, that's okay. We'll work it out. Good. Here's the Carlou. Happy faces everywhere.
In the category of Educator of the Year, dans la catégorie Éducateur de l'année. Our first finalist, Annette Lalonde of Toronto, has managed TFO's educational services for 20 years and from early in her career has championed the use of the latest and best media technologies in Ontario's educational system. Our second finalist is Eli Singer, who develops social media strategies that merge the internet, online communities, and traditional communications activities. He is the creator of CaseCamp, a marketing-oriented ad hoc gathering website. Our last finalist, Robert Washburn, has trained journalists across Canada since 1992. Currently a professor at Loyalist College, he is the coordinator of the award-winning e-journalism postgraduate program, which explores the use of new technologies in journalism.
The 2007 Educator of the Year Award goes to Robert Washburn. Please welcome Chris Carter with a D. Let's take a look at our Programmer of the Year finalists.
In the category of Programmer of the Year, dans la catégorie Programmeur de l'année, our Michelle Gay of Steamworks Media in Toronto, who claims her work is designed to play with technologies in non-useful ways. Michelle's client base includes Sailor Jones Media, National Geographic, and filmmaker Peter Lynch. Our second finalist is Corby Simpson, whose clients include Mazda Canada, Scotiabank, and Esso Imperial Oil. Corby's motto is, do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. And Finally, we have Ryan Andal, who is at the cutting edge of Flash web development, pushing interactive content to a new standard. Ryan has worked with Fido, Mitsubishi, Warner Brothers, and BMO. Ryan currently works as a senior Flash developer for several of the largest advertising agencies in Canada.
Please welcome your 2007 Programmer of the Year, Ryan Andal. The following presenters are two of the M3F's 2007 first place winners, Vanessa Paxton for digital photography and Brad Steinke-Clark for illustration, that recognizes Canadian artistic youth. M3F is run by students, primarily from the Greater Toronto area, and is seen as unique because of its strong student foundation and the opportunity it provides for students throughout Canada to share their stories. Please welcome Vanessa and Brad. Hi guys.
I'd also like to thank Gary Gluckman, who you just met, Richard Lee, Chris Chapman, and the team at Deloitte for helping move the Company of the Year category to a whole new level. I'd like to thank Anna Serrano and the folks at the Canadian Film Centre for hosting the finalist barbecue last night. And I'd like to thank our long-standing partner, Joanne Gordon and Dave Bazak and the team at RBC Royal Bank for their continued support and inspiration and hosting the great finalist luncheon today at their executive dining room. And I'd like to thank my friend Jeffrey Elliott for his company, Bite TV, who won an award last year, for all their promotional support and including that great video at the start of today. And the last group I have to thank is our team that makes up the CNMA production team. First, Fatima Alexander, who's our production assistant, Andrea Lekashov, who is helping with marketing communications, Rob Manny and Megan Hooper, our friends from Edelman PR, who actually got the media out this year, Tefan LeCorvec from my office, Craig Chahill from my office, who are our technical specialist and our translator, Shane Sheriff, our business analyst and developer, and our marketing team who came up with the Nerds Night Out concept, Randy Matheson, Grace Marquez, Simone Fried, and Tess Cabrera from my office at Delvinia. And they helped to make the Nerds Night Out our theme for this year. And of course, last but not least, I have to recognize one last person. I'm going to get my daughter Emily, who tends to come on stage every year. Come on out, Emmy. My little daughter Maya, unfortunately, is sick tonight. As I try to evolve the awards and move it out of Delvinia because it takes up so much darn time, I was lucky to find someone 3 years ago who has really sort of taken it off my plate and is continuing to elevate the awards and produce it. And really, I get to be the executive producer and provide her my guidance, but she makes everything happen. So I just want you all to recognize for a second, Tana Swangle. She keeps coming on. Behind the CNMA as one of the founding sponsors of the CNMA. And as I said, he currently is the President and Vice Chancellor of Ryerson University. He serves as Chair of the Council of Ontario University's Government and Community Relations Committee. He's a member of the Innovation Institute of Ontario Board of Directors and a member of the Honorary Board of Directors for the Greater Toronto Marketing Authority. Sheldon, on behalf of the interactive industry, I'd like to thank you for your contribution to helping build the interactive industry in Canada. And I'd like you all to please recognize and congratulate Mr. Sheldon Levy, winner of the 2007 CNMA Special Recognition Award.